Hi there. Hello. Happy Monday. Welcome to Empower Your Rhythm. I am just finishing up my day today. I am excited how fast it went. And part of me is like, whoa, we are at the end of the day already. So I wanted to stay committed to myself by coming live, stay committed to you from opening conversation and being able to connect. So if you're finding me here, please say hello. Please, as always, share with me in the comments as you feel so inspired to. Today, we're talking again about how these energies of today, whether we're aware of them or not, are impacting our thoughts, impacting our body, and what we can do to have more of a thriving life. Not to say that your life isn't thriving, but if you're feeling like you're stuck in that survival mode, this is the conversation that you want to listen in on. Today is an 8 energy day, which means there's momentum about. And being of the mind, collectively, we're in a mind energy kind of day, a Mercury day, a thinking day, a day where we are spending a lot of time in thought, whether we're aware of it or not. So I wanted to invite you into the conversation of maybe reflecting back on your day, checking in now. Where is your mind ruminating the most? What have you been thinking about? What aspect of your life are you in focus on? And then I want to invite you into the energy of today from another layer, from really remembering that this year, 2022, added all together is a 6 energy year. So, universally, we are all experiencing a year of more harmony and love. And when we're experiencing a year in the 6, there's always a yin and a yang, a flow that comes with that beautiful number. So, in order to receive the love and the harmony that's meant for us, we must be willing to look at the things that are wanting to fall away, to look at the things that are preventing us from experiencing that love and harmony in our life. And as we layer that into the contract of the day, the contract that exists whether we're aware of it or not, and if you're following along with numerology, it can really begin to show us a blueprint or a pathway for staying in the more empowering sides of the energies that are available to us, and more importantly, the changes of decision, the empowering thoughts and feelings that we can welcome ourselves into as we experience life. So, as we look at the contract energy of today, it's a 9 of clubs day. And if you've joined me before, we talk a little bit about the day energies in terms of like playing cards. And I'm not going to pull any cards today. Sometimes I'll come on and do readings, but just to know that each of these represents a daily contract. And the system comes from our ancestors, ancient Egyptian times, maybe further back, where there are influences in our experiences. And each of us are birthed into one of these daily influences. For me, I'm a 2 of uh, blank, 2 of diamonds, which means the partnering with things in the physical, connecting with things in the physical. It's been really important to me in my life to take care of my body, have a relationship of my body, bring things into the physical, bring experiences to people, be the mediator in conversation. And there's been the highs and low energies of that. And there's been the expression of doing everything everyone else thought I should, needed, or had to do so I could please others, so I could get and gain the approval, versus truly knowing who I am and activating that too as a mirror for myself as well as for others, not intentionally, but just being in that 6 energy, which I am also ruling number 6, and inviting in the harmonization. How can I have a more harmonizing relationship with my body? The first few decades in life, it was not harmonizing, not harmonizing. It was very much forcing, being in my masculine energy, really punishing, pushing, in what I thought was achieving and thriving. It was really just not giving consideration to the nurturing aspect of my wisdom, the nurturing aspect of my intuition, of all the other aspects of self, and not misidentifying what I do with who I am. And so as we dive in today, the 9 is showing up, 9 of clubs, clubs being of the mind, how we're communicating, how we're thinking about ourselves, how we're expressing ourselves, how our life and our career and all those things flow into that thought process. And so we couple all those energies into this experience of the 9 welcoming us into letting go. We're more so moving from one state into another, letting things fall away that want to fall away, conversations, places where we're in a little bit of angst or we're in a little bit of conflict, and realizing we've been here for some time. Today, some of the energy may be rising up to remind us that I get to choose and I can just let these other aspects fall away. And that as I'm going on with my life, whatever I'm thinking of, whatever I'm done ruminating in, might require interruption or a graduation into something more, something that's meant for us. And what I love so much when we look about this book of truth, book of life, this aspect of these beautiful energies of love and really wanting us as humans. It's like having these little signposts and informationals and contracts into how to have our most incredible life possible without the struggle, without the ease. Not to say everything's going to befall and land in our lap, but to be at choice and be responsible for what we can produce, and that we have endless possibilities available. So today we've had a lot of conversations in different groups I've been in. And if you join me in Numerology Junkies, and if you haven't yet heard, the link is above. Come on over to learn more about numerology. But I'm alive every Monday, and we come into the body where we can have body breakthroughs, where we can see what patterns are happening for us right now and move them through the body, shift them so we can have a different and more easeful experience, is the way I like to say it. And so, as we dive into the Nine of Clubs contract today, what has been top of mind for you? How did you experience that energy? If you're where we are here on the West Coast, it is just about 5 o'clock now, 4:41. Maybe you're further into your evening on the East Coast, or maybe you're into tomorrow. So think about how your previous day was. Where have you been stuck in the mind, maybe overthinking, feeling a little bit of that anxiousness, really feeling like you're just overthinking in terms of there are a lot of things going on. And then in that nine, there might be this essence of I want to really organize my environment. I want to really bring this sense of closure to things. And so you might find yourself bringing things to an end, putting away laundry, doing the things today, the busy work to go with the busy mind. And so I'm inviting you into what might be there for us to look at to help shift to that higher side, because the nine invites us to what's next, to more. That although these things feel chaotic, that through the chaos comes the clarity. So we must go through to get to the other side. And the beautiful thing about the nine is in this divine timing cycle that we can transform through, and I've spoken about before in a number of videos that we teach in Mastering the Brain Game. We learned that as we bring these things to our awareness, we can move into acceptance and self responsibility. And instead of just stopping there and circling in that little circle, we take it beyond into activation, into what we want and what we love and where we believe we can have those things, and how we shift our state of being into the trajectory of making them happen in our world. So we begin to create, we begin to activate the creator within us, not always falling back to something to heal, something wrong with us. We get to move ourselves through to the other side of what we're wanting to create in life. And so I don't know about you, but that's not always as easily done as it is said, or that we hear and we think, yeah, intellectually, I get that. Then what do I do when A, B, C, D, E happens? What do I do when I'm feeling this way and I feel like it's due to a circumstance or a conversation or a person, and or even right now in a habit that I didn't have, right? Today is going to be like, here's the truth teller. What's happening in your world right now? What can no longer not be seen? And it's going to bring you within, and it's going to invite you to that inner world, to the inner thoughts. Where is it starting in our thoughts that are producing the emotions and the reactions within our body that create these feelings that we judge and we make meaning to in the mind, that leads us to experiences we like or experiences we don't like? And if we don't like them, where are we stuck in the language of I don't want, I don't want, I don't want? I do it all the time, guys, too. It's like, oh, I don't want that experience. I definitely don't want this. I know exactly what I don't want. But when we flip it and ask what you do want, that one gets a little tougher, because we're not so sure we can have the things that we want. And I'm here to say you can have everything you want. You can have all that you desire. And if you're listening in, you're probably somebody who desires to have it all and is working to figure out a way to get it all done, to navigate all the pieces, to work a little faster, to multitask a little stronger, to keep going on this wheel. But yet you know you cannot keep up at this rate. And so the invitation is, yes, your body is telling you, it's talking to you, it's saying, hey, I'm ready to let this go. Can you just help me release this? Where are we holding on so tightly that we are trying to control the outcome? That is what wants to fall away today, to just let it release, welcome ourselves into how far we've come, and that in our experience, we're in this moment right now, we'd like to take it a little further, and that we can just let ourselves be with what is so we can know where we are and where we want to be, and we can take that next step into the unknown without having to control the outcome, without having to decide how it looks, without having to predetermine the results, without having to pre-decide it's not for us, but be in the energy of moving it forward in this momentum so we can be on the other edge, looking back and saying, oh, yeah, I learn as I go. I learned from that experience, and I want more of me being in this place of calm and ease and willingness to drop away what's no longer serving me so I can land in this place of love more often. This place of being obsessed with the life that I love, being so ecstatic and excited to wake up every day because I get to do the things that I want to do, because I get to explore this life, because I get to be with my kids, because I get to experience love in a relationship and passion and intimacy, and not all the other reasons of stress and overwhelm and burnout and exhaustion that we think we've become. There's so much more beyond it. And today is reminding us you can let all that go, lean into love just a little bit more, and help point the mind intention to experience more of those feelings we're wanting to experience, to allow it to come on board, not just be let out here and feel separate from the body. Bring it into the heart and take all of that knowledge and brilliance and use it towards what you're wanting to create, and recognize that all knowledge isn't necessarily the knowledge that's going to help us get there. There are some things we know that keep us preventing ourselves from moving to that next habit, that next decision, that next commitment to ourselves. And in that space, when we're willing to commit, we're willing to step in and have everything else fall away and be in this new territory that we haven't been before, there's so much goodness that's waiting to unfold. The goodness that's always intended for you, and that we can understand that when life is happening for us, not to us, we get to get back into the foundation of creating ourselves in choice, creating our life from choice, creating that place where we don't have to be at the whim of what we're feeling or what we're experiencing. We get to bring ourselves back to center, feel into what we want to create, and activate the amazing creator that's within us all. So let me know how this lands with you. Let me know how you experienced the day. Freddie down here experienced it. He agrees. He's snoring. He's thinking, yep, I'm on to the next. I'm just letting it go. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, have a beautiful day. Bye for now.